Hey guys, so I'm back with my computer, and now today we will learn how we can customize some things, how we can tweak some basic things about Windows. So this video is going to be much smaller than our regular videos. So in our 𝗣𝗆𝗵, let me delete all the code here, and now here let me import the 𝗣𝗆𝗵. So not 𝗣𝗆𝗵, so the TKinter. So from Kinter I will import everything. Then we will create a root, and then what we will do is we will use root.main loop. Okay, so here now we have a window which we want. So we have this window right now. Now let us run this code, and as you know, we will get a basic small window. But now as you can see, this size is customizable. This size can be much bigger than we expect. So this size can be up to this point, and it can be smaller, as small as this, and we don't want that. What do we want actually? If we have let us assume that we have a button in here. So if we do have a button in here, then we cannot decrease the size up to this point. Okay, so let me show you what will happen. So let us create a button. Here I will create a button which will be in root. So it will be in root, and then I will pack this button, and I will use this pack method. And here what I will do is I will add a text like a simple button. So we will have this button right now, and let us run it. So as you can see, we have this button, and we don't want this window to be less than, let's say, this much. Okay, so it should not be less than this. Okay, so we should be able to, at least we should be able to render some components or our widgets. So we should be able to render our widgets. So let me just copy this line, and now let me create a label here. Let's say, so here I will say text. Okay, so, or let's say title. We will have a title which will be not button, it will be a label. So we'll use label here, and the text will be a basic window. Okay, a basic window. And here what I will do is I will pack this title. So I will use title.pack, and now we have this window here. Okay, so now we have this text here as well. So as you can see, we have a basic window and a simple button, and we don't want this window to be smaller than this size, let's say. So in that case, what I can do is I can use Minsize and Maxsize. So just like we have root.geometry, so as you know, we have root.geometry. So this geometry is used to set the length and width, or height and width of the window. So basically the resolution. So if I will set it to 800 by 600, then our window size will be 800 by 600, which is like this. But now we can resize this window. A user can resize this window, and that's not something that we want. So in that case, what we can do is we can use root.minsize. So this minsize basically will restrict the user from decreasing the size and or width and height from the given parameter. So we cannot decrease the size of that window less than the parameters which we'll give. So here I will give let's say 400, which is the width, or let's say 200, which is the width. Let's say 300. So our width is 300, and height, let's say 500. So our height should be 500. Our height must be 500. It should not be less than 500, and our width should not be less than 300. Okay, so now let us run it. So as you can see, we still have the same window, but when now I will decrease the size of the window, it will stop here. So as you can see, it is not being controlled by me now, because it cannot be less than this. It cannot be minimum than 300, which is width, and 500, which is height. So as you can see, I'm not able to decrease the size or decrease the height and width of the window up to this point. Okay, so I can decrease the size up to this point, but I cannot go further. But now I can increase the size like that. And now in here, I don't want the size to be maximum than 800 by 600. So in that case, what I can do is I can use root. So let us take root here. Okay, So I can use root dot max size. So this max size will control the maximum size as the name says, and I don't want it to be greater than 800, which is width, and 600, which is height. So it should be same as default. So let me run it. So now we have this window, and now here I cannot decrease the size. Okay, at this point I am not able to decrease the size far than 300 by 500, and similarly I cannot increase the size as well than 800 by 600. Okay, so as you can see, I am not able to increase the size. I can go in full screen, but the maximum size will be 800 by 600, as you can see. So whenever I click this button, as you can see, so minimize and maximize, it won't work, and whenever I decrease the size, it will be up to 300 by 500, not less than that point. Okay, so with using these two methods, min size and max size, we can control or we can restrict the user from changing the height of the window. So if we will set this, let's say if I will set this to 800 by 600, then what will happen? So in this case, our user will not be able to decrease or increase the size. So as you can see, I am not able to increase or decrease the size. So I cannot decrease the size either, and I cannot increase the size either. So as you can see, we are not able to go in full screen as well. So these min size and max size methods come in handy a lot. So practice them well, and these methods basically you can basically customize, or not customize, I can say restrict the user from changing the size, and it will make your application, or it will make the widgets in your application disappear, and we do not want that. So in those cases, these max size and min size come handy a lot. So this was it for today, guys, and thank you for watching this video, and I will see you in the next video.